I'm like lagging like something fierce. I'm down to 30 FPS, but fortunately I do not have to play in that slow of speed here as we are out here on the sigafoo server pub style 12v12 as we're joined out here tonight by myself and my ugly sweater that jingle jangles. And already the first Russian player has left, but don't worry, Mr. Festive Pan has been sitting there waiting there as we have the early round taunting going on by that Asian kid in Absolution, who are showing that you don't need to take this game seriously to win because they're surely going to lose. Just kidding. We'll see what they want to do. As the setup time is starting out here, pretty traditional dispenser spot, teleporter up, taunts coming out in abundance because there's nothing more threatening to the enemy team than festive lights and taunts or something like that. Minimal HUD. Alright, we'll see if we can get that going here real quick. Advanced options, minimal HUD. Minimal HUD. Min-HUD, mid-HUD. There we go. There we go, minimal HUD. As we'll get to see a little bit more of the screen as so many players out in action right now. We'll see who are the first one. Actually, let's see if we can get on the spy cam here. I want to see what he can do. He's actually going to go onto this. Sniper gets a nice backstab to open this up. That is a guy. His name's Squill, but his name's in such funny colors, nobody really knows. Actually gets a sap down on both the guns. Going to go onto Engineer. Does he notice him? The gun's going to say deactivate for an extra 5 seconds. He's actually running around the gun, though the Heavy's going to try to come in, but just a little bit too late, and Squill's going to be able to get away. He doesn't actually notice this sentry, but he's going to get popped back. Going to grab this sentry gun, and he goes down nice and easy. Genocide prank gone wrong, going right with that frag here. As we have Ruthless all the way in the backside, trying to just be a little bit annoying with his little sticky jumper there into his sword. He's going to go all the way back to spawn, but not connected with anybody here. As we're opening up, Uber does get popped off onto the card. It's going to be pushed up with the pyro onto Jack. Counter pop comes off onto the pyro and Heavy. He actually drops the pyro in there, and it's getting blasted away from his Heavies, who's so far forward. The Russian player finally gets reconnected up at so low health. He's going to try to connect. Is he going to be able to land any shots? No, he goes down thanks to the Engineer with the Widowmaker doing absolute work. Clever man, showing that the Engineer is a powerful class. He's going to actually sneak this cart if he can, but he's actually completely alone on an island, like I feel so much of the time as an Engineer myself. Sentry is not up right now. It's just coming up right now, though we do have this teleport that no one has seemed to found out, though this exit is gone to nothing. Level 3 Sentry Gun easily takes out Ruthless there, who did not see it coming. So much action happening around this cart. Scout's trying to poke it right now, but look at this forward hold out of the defensive side. It's actually working out in their favor. Is level 1 Sentry Gun pretty cute in this corner, actually getting some decent damage down. This Asian kid takes down Senior Pig there. Nice job. And Cotton goes down as well. So the red team actually doing a really nice job here initially on this defensive side. It's going to be interesting to see what we need to have them do as I spy way back out on spawn. We'll see what they want to do. He's going to go back here. There's no actually entrances up right now. He's going to drop down. I'm just going to look away. Like I just kind of want to see what he does here. I just want to see this drop stab. He gets it. He gets the drop stab, doing that at spawn, and he's actually going to be able to get away as a lot of action being pushed forward here out of the blue team. But the red Uber gets popped off onto the Demo Man, and Demo Man, I'm not used to saying that as casting Highlander, there is only one, but in pubs there can be as many as you want, bae. And the Heavy is going to go down just because of that. So many Demo Man, so much spam. The Soldier also jumping in there, getting them down as well. As we're going to have the Heavy pushing up here with the eviction notice. Is that what that is? I'm not entirely sure. He's just going around with his fists, and they're glowing. They're wanting to punch something. He wants to find some babies to just smash their heads in or something. I don't really know. He's a crazy Heavy man. I don't know if those fists cost $400,000, but we're about to find out. He gets one punch off, but no. He's going to get taken down pretty easily. It's a Scout way behind enemy lines, pushing him back, but this should get this cart so far forward. Both the Medic is right there under the dispenser. Pyro also so low here. All of them should go down. Mech's going to try to run away. Actually gets barely out of there with that last rocket. Actually, Soldier's going to jump in with the Market Garden. They're not able to connect here, but getting some nice rockets down, taking down that Asian kid as the crikey meter slowly being filled up for the sniper here. Is he going to be able to get anything off of this? Actually, let's go see if we can get onto his camera, because I have a feeling that he's going to make a play here. He sees so many on the cart. He realized that, oh, crikey, he better get the F out of there. He's going down under, and he's going to get away because he needs to go up top, going all those players. Trying to do some quick scoping here. Looking like he's on the LMAO box, but it turns out he's just on a cereal box because he's not connecting anything today. Maybe he'll be able to find that toy at the bottom of the box, but still not connecting anything. Lecter, come on, baby. I believe in you. Uber is getting pushed up from the cliff side. Soldier's actually going to jump up. He's going to actually have to back down. His Engineer doing a nice job as Durden pushes him off the cliff, or helps push Clever Man off the cliff. So there we go. This cart is slowly being pushed up here. Engineer with the panic attack. Let's get on the Biff cam. I believe that was. Let's see if we can find him. Is he still alive? No, Biff went down there to the SMG. The first time ever the SMG has successfully gotten a kill here. The Uber was popped off on this lower hand side against the Pyro with this pan, trying to find the frying pan. It's not golden, but it still might just be enough, as the Jack is not enough to make that Pyro run away, as the Spy is going to get easily taken out there. So here we go, coming out onto this next point. A nice job again by this red side, doing a good job on their defensive side, aggressively holding onto the cliff. But there's a lot of presence. You can see this down here as they're holding underneath. The cart is being pushed up right now. It's going to be contested as there's so many people up on the cliffside. But let's see what Theater Tech has to do here. He's in a good spot, actually. Let's get onto this Delman on the defensive side. He goes down. Uber's Meg's doing a good job of keeping Theater Tech forward, but nobody's healing him right now. He's actually being disconnected from the combo, and he's going to go down because no one was healing him for a couple seconds there, but it's okay. We do have the Pyro pushing the cart. Breathe. Jazz, you never breathe when you're casting. That's the whole point of good casting, right? There's so much action. It's a pub. It's non-stop. It's like an action movie, but only 10 times worse, and with 10 Bond villains and no Bond girls. Do girls play TF2? There's girls who play TF2. I'm just kidding. There's a lot of girls who play TF2. And there you go. Festive Fraz Muffin goes down there. Oh my goodness. A lot of action, but finally kind of catching my breath as the card is so close. Look at how close this is right now. Just need to get a spy cap on that or something. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what the red team is going to do. Actually, we do have a Squill coming in here. He gets bumped by one person, but doesn't seem anybody saw him. We'll see if that's going to be enough. He actually should probably just make a play on the cart. 10 seconds, and it's being ticked down. You want to keep that cart forward as a spy. That's pretty important. He actually finally looks like he's going to go for it. He does get caught out. He's going to slap the cart. The scout does seem he's going to do a little dance. And no, you can't sap a scout. You can only sap sentries. They both do have S's, but they're not quite the same thing. And there you go. But he does keep that cart forward, and still just a nipple hair away from being capped. As Delman jumping way up there. Girardi is going to be able to land to safety as a heavy goes down from a nice shot by Lecter. So there you go, keeping that cart forward. And we'll see what we can do on this offensive side. They're so close. 9 seconds left on the cart before it starts to roll back. And, you know, if you're alive, you just want to throw yourself out there. We'll get into Lecter Cam again. See if the sniper is able to connect on anything. There's so much chaos on the screen with all these overlays, but we'll see if we can kind of find anything. As Squill gets bumped into the sniper here, is he going to come around this cliff side? He's actually probably, again, going to go onto this cart. And this is exactly what you need to do in a pub, but no Doom. Doom spelling doom for him. And wow, this red team is seen pretty stacked. Look at this scout all the way behind enemy lines. Biff being the bully like in Back to the Future, but he's back behind enemy lines. Finally, Cotton does take him out. Let's get on to the Cotton cam there, as she just got a nice little 2K, and see if she's able to connect with anything. Where is Cotton? Where is Cotton? Cotton's dead due to the Russians. The Canadian dying to the Russians. Should have signed a peace treaty. Durden getting so far forward as well. Not a clever man going down into his tunnel area. See if he can get 1v1 against his heavy, who's actually trying to taunt kill. Is he able to connect down? And no, he's not. Nice shots there by a clever man. Non-stop as a BS is called out by Atomic, who's not happy about it. Look at how many people are forward here. This red team, ruthless in their holding style. But look at this, not a clever man. He's actually going to be able to cap this. He's going to go against this Pyro, but with the help of the soldier, they should be able to take him down. This is going to be a back cap if they can actually land this down. Delman's going to come in here with the loose cannon, but it's not going to be enough, and there you go. That's the downside of holding too far forward. This cart's going to actually start pushing forward as the red team's going to come back, but it's too late, as they do have a couple people in this forward spawn, but it's going to start coming forward here as the spy is going to be capturing this. Squill doing a nice job. Forward spawns coming out from the blue team. Sniper's still behind. Lecter's going to get some free saws off to this medic more than likely. Tushy getting the sushi as he is ultimately not able to connect. And Biff again being that bully behind enemy lines. And forward hold again coming out from the red team. Now this is where it'll be interesting to see if the red, because this point is so hard to push from the blue side. You know, it's just such a long push of a point, and it's I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I mean, they've struggled to push through the first 2 points. Those are pretty much gimmies, but this point is really, you're really going to see where push comes to shove. Currently, we've got Tasman Tita holding the top spot with Squill and Cleverman in the top 3, with the Asian kid Psycho and the Russian man holding the top 3, with the Russian man actually on 2 frags, 2 dominations right there as a spy in on the cart. So we're kind of slowing down here, some back and forth. Asian kid getting another headshot again, adding to his lead on the scoreboard. Spy's going to make a play here. Gets 1 frag, not able to connect on the second one, unfortunately, despite the Heavy's complete unawareness. Holding that W key and pushing forward as a Heavy. Sometimes you just forget to look around. So Uber does get popped off from the red team. They try to push forward, but they're not going to get much ground out of this because, well, you're pretty much already just outside their spawn. There's not a lot of ground you can get, like, besides that. I guess you could just go to a full-on spawn camp, but then you'd just be a giant douchebag. And nobody wants that, as the cart is rolling backwards. But finally, the red team is backing up a little bit. Some ground being picked up here by Senior Piggy, who is going to run down below this cart area. As Psycho and Lecter do go down Piggy as well, so a couple frags coming out in the favor of this blue team. We'll see if this is going to come for anything, as we do have a scout running way behind enemy lines. He's going to be able to take out this Buffalo thing. Look at that taunt. Look at that taunting, just waiting for him to get that last bite in before he takes the final shot. I love that. As this blue team actually making a lot of progress right now. Let's get on some cameras and see if we can see any plays being made right now. As we have Doom here trying to hold the defensive side. Engineer trying to make plays. Get some nice damage onto Senior Piggy there. Got to be careful. He does see the Engineer here. Going to shoot him through the stairs. Connects on a couple frags. Got to be careful there. Oh, he's going to lose that 1v1 with the help of the Heavy. Not looking good for Doom. Probably should go back to the 2D market because this 3D just seems a little bit too tough for him. So there we go, onto the cart, pushing up the hill. Nice job. Biff's actually going to be trying to make a play onto the cart, but he gets caught out. Nice job there by Cotton Bonbon, showing that candy still can be sweet and spicy at the same time. And Biff goes down there as he gets chased down by Cotton. This cart is making good progress. Good job by the Engineer and the Soldier pushing onto the cart, as it's being not really contested too much. The enemy team's so far back. They do have a lot of Heavies right now, but the Devilman's going to try to do something. But look at this look at this positioning out of this blue team. Really nice job taking down this third point. And there you go. This blue team is showing there are no pushovers. As the Heavy's coming in with the fist. Tries to get some punches onto the mech. Not able to connect as Festive Pan takes him out. As we have two snipers holding here, but Squill. How do you not hear that? Your person just died right next to you. Do you not hear the screams of a fallen ally? No, he does not. He's got the apple above his head. He's just begging to be killed. But fortunately, the medic is the one to save the sniper, which is just kind of, I don't know, there's something kind of hilarious that happens inside of that fact. So here we come into this final point, 6 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. The cart slowly rolling forward onto this final point. We'll see if the blue team can find anything to fight for. As the Soldier comes so far forward, Kettle Corn does go down. It might taste delicious, but it still gets popped off because there is no medic to save him. As again, the fist of the Heavy's running in so far forward, but again, Atomic not able to connect. This Heavy's actually in a really nice spot to do some flanking rush, and Heavy gets one kill. He's going to find a second one as he gets the medic on top. Uber does get popped off onto the Engineer here. We'll see if they're actually able to find anything. He's going to chase him down, gets one punch in, gets a second punch. Come on, Engineer, I believe in you. He does get it. That's a crit punch. Now onto the medic. He's going to be able to get it, I believe. That's a second punch. Come on, you can finish it off, Festive. Festive going for the finisher. Absolution running back to the spawn. Is he able to connect with it? No, he's not. And now the medic's going to get caught out here. Tushy gets it in his right rear end. And there you go. Tushy not able to survive. But they're actually in a really good spot as 4 players are down on the defensive side. A lot of people are hanging around this cart. Soldier battle going up here. And that's going to be Dippin. Is that Dippin? Who's going to get the better of that battle. Hard to read the text on the screen. As a scout doing a nice job there, taking down Atomic underneath the point. So we'll see if the Soldier can do anything. This is Kettle Corn, seeing if he can make some, show how he's better than Popcorn. I believe, right, Kettle Corn's with the sugar on top, making it just that extra sweetness. As a Mini Sentry doing a nice job there around the corner. He's struggling to hit it. So nice job by that Engineer on the offensive side to do that, as we have the Doom on the upper side here, but Senior pushing him out, retaking this ground. He's actually going to find Kettle Corn, who we were just on the camera of 1v1, but Khan comes from behind, but here comes the Pyro from behind onto him. Senior picked down to 9 HP. He goes down pretty easily. Now it's going to be Cotton, but it looks like Khan's going to come out on the top of this with Theater Tech in his upper hand side. So this is looking pretty good for the blue team. They have a really good positioning right now. Taking control of this upper area is incredibly important for taking this final point. But here comes Atomic with a panic attack coming around the far hand side, and Spy is actually behind, but he's going to get caught out. We'll see if Atomic can do anything here. He wants a panic attack, but he's going to get taken out. Apparently he cannot catch his breath, and neither can I, because the action's so intense here, guys. The action's so intense. Maybe I should call this the panic attack casting, as a lot of frags coming down in the favor of the blue team. It seems like they just have a lot better positioning. Look at where everybody is right now. Only Mini Sentries on this defensive side. Girardi comes out onto the combos, and it's looking pretty good for him. Let's get on some single-player camera again here. As Skull gets taken out behind enemy lines. Nice job here by his Taz, taking out the aggressive Soldier. He's going to come into this combo here. He is currently top frag, and you can see why. Really nice aim. Look at this fluid aim keeping it right onto Asian Kid, taking down the top fragger. They're going to push into the cart, into the pit. Are they going to get it? The soldier comes in. Both soldiers come in, but the Taz, he's going to come back onto the cart. The Devilman is going to try to do it. Pyro onto the cart. Look at that hiding, but still the Devilman up from the balcony. That is Biff, being the bully that he is, continuing to rain damage onto this cart. The Sickies still proving how good they are. Scroll gets a nice backstab onto Atomic, but there you go. So close. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the clock, and you know the blue team's getting a little bit of blue balls right there because they cannot finish. So here we go, coming in onto this final point. Everything is on the line. All the pride is at stake for this team. They want to go forward. They want to do something. Can they find anything? I believe they can, guys. I believe. Can we get some hashtag blue team into chat here? Do you believe in them? Who do you think is going to come out with this win? The red team is looking really strong right now. Let's see if we get onto the cotton bonbon can. The sweetness of the candy, the Canadian striker. She cannot be stopped with her pyro goodness. And she's going to just kind of poke and prod there. We're going to see if Ruthless can find anything around this corner. He's going to try to do a little bit of a peek. Still, nobody's contested buff in that upper balcony area. You can see he's still putting out damage onto the card. He actually... The mech's just right there. It's going to try to land a shot. Cannot get the body shot. Machina too overpowered to land body shots. As the engineer and scout are actually going to run his card. Is going to contest it. The soldier jumps in. Look at how close that card is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They are able to defend this card. But here comes the spy and pyro onto the card. Cotton Bonbon goes down. The spy goes down as well. What an insane defense coming out of this red side. Soldier jumps onto the cart. Senior Piggy, the sniper. Can they do it? No! Pigsy comes in with the flog. He takes it down. Now it's Az. He's going to come in here. Can he do it? No, the heavy comes from behind. This is absolutely insane defense coming out of the blue side. Sorry, the red side. They cannot be stopped. They cannot do it. The scout's going to come in here. He's going to go down. This cart is so utterly close. The blue balls, they can feel it. They're trying to push onto the cart. Here comes the heavy with the medic. They're trying to do something. Doom comes in over the top, takes him out. Can they do it? Taz takes him down. Biff, he's in a good spot with the help of Pixies in the spot. They're going to be able to take it out. Are you kidding me? They're going to hold on. They're holding on here. My goodness, the defense of this red team. Nobody's focusing Biff up here. He's putting out crazy damage. Taz is calling it out. Somebody needs to come up here and contest him. 1 minute and 22 seconds left on this clock. Can the blue team, can they finish? Can they do it? I believe in them. Cotton run in, suiciding for the cart. Not going to be for anything here, as they're going to come in for a reset. That Asian Kid is down, so no sniper for the red team a little bit right now. But look at this forward hold, and this is not looking good for the blue team. The forward hold out of the red team right now, they're doing a really good job. Senior Piggy goes down, and the blue team, nobody is forward right now. 55 seconds left on the clock. Pixies is popping this flog, as he's going to be able to take Cotton Bonbon out there, and he's going to decide to run away. Actually, he's going to go for the engineer, takes him out as well. Going to run into this heavy. He's actually going to get him as well. The pyro class, guys, it is so underpowered right now. It's actually the sniper coming on the cart again. It rolls back. The red team doing the defensive side. 35 seconds. I'm not going to have my camera leave this point, because this is where everything comes down to. This is what everything comes down to, is this cart. 27 seconds left in the clock here. Here comes Cleverman trying to push in onto the cart. It's just actually the Medic Con coming in with the flog of herself. Here we go. Is it going to be able to finally connect it? Biff is not spamming down stickies. The heavy is Doom is on the cart. Here comes the soldier trying to jump in, but Senior loses that battle. Festive over the top trying to do something. Az is going to push off the heavy, but no, the panic attack is doing this. 5 seconds left on the clock. Everybody's throwing their bodies at the cart. Soldier comes in. He's going to be able to. Taz is going to get the cart. He gets the cart. He was in front of the cart. The soldier was shooting on the backside, and with seconds to go, Taz, the MVP, lands the cart, and the blue team wins. What an insane positioning out of Taz there, to not be behind the cart, but to literally be in front of it to avoid the spam and to push the cart down there. There you go. Taz, blue team wins it in the final seconds. Beautiful matchup here between these two teams. Woo!